Welcome one and all to this first session on cloud computing. Friends, today we will not actually start the cloud computing syllabus. Rather, we will be discussing the syllabus. We will see what is cloud computing syllabus. We will try to know what are the prerequisites to understand to learn cloud computing, and we will see what are the course outcomes. So three things we will discuss, friends, today. One is we will see the syllabus, prerequisite subjects, then the outcomes of the course, right? So already my screen has been shared, so you can find the university syllabus for cloud computing. Unit 1 talks about various other computing techniques which are being used apart from cloud. Unit 2 is introduction to cloud computing, wherein you learn certain fundamentals of cloud. Unit 3 is architecture, cloud computing architecture, various architectures of cloud, and service models will be discussed in detail as part of Unit 4. And in Unit 5, we will see various vendors or service providers who are available. Right? Unit 5 is all about cloud service providers. There are tons of cloud service providers available in the market, but the topmost or the big players in cloud space are Google, Amazon, IBM, and Microsoft Azure. Right. So this is the overview of syllabus, friends. We have 5 units wherein we will be discussing or where we will study about the fundamentals of cloud, cloud service models, architectures of cloud, and various cloud service providers. So before we actually get into the concepts of cloud computing, we will see what are the other computing facilities that are available and what are the limitations in those other computing facilities, which is our unit 1. So the recommended textbook for this particular subject is Essentials of Cloud Computing. I think it is available on the screen. You can just go through it. Essentials of Cloud Computing. Author name is Chandrasekharan. Right. Apart from this, there are 3 reference books suggested by the university. I recommend you to refer the second book, Distributed and Cloud Computing. It is a very good book, apart from the textbook. Right. And from our side, we will be giving you handwritten lecture notes, so you need not worry. And our lecture notes will be comprised of concepts from various textbooks apart from the textbooks which have been recommended here, right? So in detail lecture material or lecture notes will be given to you. So this is the syllabus, friends, and coming to course overview. Yeah, before that, prerequisites, right? So in order to learn cloud computing, it is required that one should have some good knowledge on computer networks and operating systems. Since you are final year B.Tech computer science students, you might have already gone through operating systems and computer networks, and you should have some basic idea of distributed systems. So if you have not studied distributed systems in your previous semesters, then it's not a problem. We will discuss the basics of distributed systems also, right? So computer networks and operating systems are prerequisite courses. Definitely one should have some good knowledge on these two subjects, and basics of distributed systems and distributed computing anyhow we will discuss. So this is about prerequisites for the course, friends, and then coming to course outcomes, right? So course outcomes means at the end of the course, what a student will be able to learn, right? So what a student will, at the end of the course, what the student will be able to do with the learning. So if you have studied cloud computing, if you have gone through the 5 units of cloud computing, so what is the use or what is the outcome? In fact, without any outcome, there is no purpose in studying anything, right? So we have identified certain outcomes for this course, right? I would like to, if possible, I would like to share my screen. Uh, 1 second. Yeah, available here. Right, I hope you can see my screen. Right, so the Chrome window has been shared. So these are the course outcomes. At the end of the course, the students will be able to, right? So first course outcome is student will be able to demonstrate the various characteristics of cloud computing paradigms, service models with appropriate case studies, right? So in cloud we have different cloud paradigms, and we have variety of service models available, and we have huge number of cloud services. So at the end of the course, a student must be able to demonstrate, or he should be able to explain or present with suitable examples what are the various services, various service models, and various cloud computing paradigms. So that ability you should get at the end of this course. Coming to second course outcome, use various cloud services offered by different vendors in designing solutions to computing problems. So when you come up or when you face a particular problem which has to be solved by using cloud computing technology, you should be in a position to apply a suitable cloud service to address that particular problem. So we are talking about ability to apply the knowledge which you have gained. So for that you need to have certain amount of practical exposure also. Even though this is a theory subject, we will try to have few hands-on sessions so that you will get certain amount of practical exposure. So which is our second course outcome. Coming to third course outcome, friends, which is available on the screen, please observe carefully. So ability to analyze various cloud models, deployment models, providers with respect to performance, security, and cost. The meaning of this statement is like we have variety of cloud service providers available in the market, and we have different cloud models also. Now for a given problem statements, you should be in a position to analyze, right, which service provider to be opted, or which deployment model is suitable, right? So if you have multiple options, you need to pick the most appropriate one. For that, you should be in a position to analyze. Now, whenever we talk about analyzing anything, there should be certain parameters based on which analysis is done. So, when you are selecting any cloud model, deployment model, or when you have to opt a cloud service provider, then you need to do analysis based on performance, security, and cost, right? So that ability you should have. At the end of the course, a student must be able to analyze all these things with respect to the stated parameters. And the last course outcome is ability to select suitable service model, deployment model, and also vendor for a given problem specification. So friends, like cloud is a buzzword today, right? Everyone is using cloud, everyone is talking about cloud, everyone is talking about the benefits of cloud. Now, for example, we have hospitals, we have banks, we have insurance companies, etc., etc. Now, if a hospital wanted to use cloud service model, right, to host their application, to run their enterprise model, right? So, if they wanted to go for cloud, what kind of cloud service model will you recommend? And whatever recommendation you have given for a hospital, can I use the same cloud service model or same deployment model for a bank? Obviously not. The requirements of a hospital and the requirements of a bank will vary significantly. So depending upon the type of application, depending upon the type of client, you need to select or you need to choose an appropriate service and deployment model. So this ability is also required, and at the end of the course we expect a student or every student to have all these four abilities which are called as course outcomes. So friends, three things, let me summarize once again. Point number one, we need to know what are the prerequisites. So we have seen one should have some good knowledge of computer networks and operating systems with minimum awareness on distributed systems or distributed computing. That is prerequisite. We have seen the syllabus, we have seen the standard textbooks, and we have also discussed the four course outcomes. So this is our plan, friends. At the end of the course, my students should be able to do all these things. So CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4, and whatever is being shared to you during the lecture, all those PDFs or materials will be shared with you. Don't worry. So that's all, friends. This is the initial, what we say, day zero lecture, wherein we wanted to introduce the course called as cloud computing. Thank you all, and in the next class, we will start our lecture one, wherein we see the first topic called as centralized computing. Right? Thank you, friends.